Hi, my name is Eric, and today we are going to be painting a tub. As you can see, this bathroom is pretty gutted right now, and this is the tub I'm working with. It's a cast iron tub, so it's going to be a pain to just move it out. So instead of moving it out, I'm actually going to paint it and give it a white coat. I don't know how well you can tell, but this is the tub color, and that's the toilet color. So there you can kind of get a good idea of the off-color peach that somebody once found attractive on this tub. And what we're going to be using today is this kit. I do not endorse this necessarily, but I'm trying it out. It's called the Homax Tough Tile Tub and Sink Refinishing Kit. This was $45 at Home Depot, and inside of it, it has the Brillo pad you need for cleaning, some gloves that probably won't fit my hands, some cleaning agent that you put in some hot water to clean the tub beforehand too, after or before you scour it with the steel wool, and then there's two of these. So this is a spray-on kit here, and supposedly it's going to make it white. So I'm just going to go through some of the steps with you here on how to do this. So like most males, I am not a fan of directions, and especially the side in Spanish because I don't speak it. So I'm going to flip it, and we'll see direction step number 1. This is just kind of cleaning and preparation for the tub. I'm not going to read this off word for word for you, but what we're going to do is just fill a bucket of water with some warm water and that mix that came with the kit that we saw right here. And we are going to go through and we're going to clean the tub up, and then we're going to scour it with the Brillo pad. So let's take a look at that. So in my particular case, the walls are all down, which is very nice, so it's going to make it very easy to paint these edges after I clean it up. But what I am going to want to do is take this off with just a simple drill, and then I'm going to try to get this off to at least the outer ring, see how that goes. And just going to drill that, and you should be able to know how to do that, and if you don't, I'm sorry. So I just emptied the packets of this cleaner and put it into about a gallon of warm water, and now I'm not going to show you, but I'm going to just clean this tub up with a sponge or a rag and get to that. Alright, so a lot of this cleaned up pretty good. I'm just using this kind of little sponge for cleaning dishes. You can see that there used to be an outer rim around this that was all dirty. That cleaned up really easily. Some of the stuff I'm kind of worried about is there's still some stuff left from the track marks. This used to have a track on it with sliding glass doors. I'm going to go for a hanging shower curtain. I really scrubbed this. I'm going to get it with the Brillo pad in the next step too. But I'll take a look at this corner here when we're done with the spray paint and just kind of show you this stuff and how that turned out with the paint and if it stays. Okay, so I just used a paper towel. Cleaned the tub completely after I washed it with warm water, as the directions said, and I just cleaned it up with this. And now we're going to actually make slight abrasions using this steel wool. It's actually not too sharp. I'm sure they give you this on purpose. You don't want to use something that's too sharp and will leave scour marks all over your tub. But this is just so that we can kind of make a little abrasions in the tub so that the paint will actually stick. And again, you can just read all this on the instructions, but I'm just going step by step with you. So I'm going to do that now on the entire tub. Just to show you again, this is the part of the tub that I haven't cleaned. I know I got the shadow in there, and the part that I have with the steel wool. So you can see it. I know this is going to be a little shaky, but you can see it working its magic right now. So it's making those abrasions in there so that the paint will stick, and we're going to clean that up here in a minute. Alright, as you can see, I'm a little sweaty now. Looking at the tub, you can see a lot of this black stuff here from the steel wool. I don't know if that's from the fact that maybe I didn't dry the tub completely, but I don't think so. And you can see the track marks up on the top here and along the sides where the used to be a track here with sliding glass doors. So now I'm just going to take a cloth, I'm going to wet it down, I'm going to clean all this up really clean, and then dry it, and then we're going to start painting, which is the fun part. Well, actually first I'm going to cover up some of this stuff, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright. Okay, so you can see I kind of bagged everything and I just put some tape over that. What I'm going to do with the drain here is I put the masking tape on it. I'm just going to take a razor blade. I'm going to cut around that to make a perfect circle so I can protect that silver drain piece. And I'll show you that after I'm done. Here's the masking tape, and I'm just going to peel it off after I've made the cut in the incision there with the, cool. And that's all set to go. Alright, it's kind of the moment of truth for me. I got my, it's actually an epoxy. keep calling it paint because, you know, I don't know any better. But things to note, the mask I have on, you should probably get one of those ones you'd see in like Breaking Bad for like, you know, with the big sides on it, like our serious gas mask. That's what it recommends. I'm doing this one because I'm cheap and this is what I have. Hopefully I don't regret that. Tomorrow, I have my ceiling fan on. I have this window open. This stuff's going to smell. Like, you definitely want ventilation. As far as masking off, again, I have, the walls are all torn down. So what I did is I put some masking tape on the floor, and then I'm just going to use cardboard and move it across. If you have walls that are finished, you're going to have a lot more work to do as far as setting up plastic and masking everything off. I just simply did some bags on this stuff and then masking tape on that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to work from that corner so I don't have to step over myself, and go right down, back and forth, and work my way down the tub. And I don't know, maybe I'll put the camera on here so you can see some of this. 8 to 10 inches away, and a little nervous, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, I just finished the first coat. As you can see, it's much closer to the toilet color now. It says that everything's not going to get covered on the first coat. The one thing I am noticing is there's a couple spots, like right there, where I sprayed them a few times. It's not that noticeable, but also in the tub. There's probably just divots in the tub. Might have wanted to do a closer inspection on repair. I don't know if those will come out on the second coat. It'll probably look a little better, but knowing how I am, I'll probably stare at that little stupid spot of peach if it does show up. But hopefully it comes out in the next spraying, so I'll show you that afterwards too. As of right now, I mean, it's still drying, but you can see that corner spot I was telling you about, it covered that up pretty nicely. Hopefully again on the second coat, it's going to get some of this stuff nicer. I feel like this mask kind of makes me look like the character, the villain Bane from the new Batman. People of Gotham, today's your day of reckoning. Alright, so we're on to the second coat. You only have to wait, it says recommended 15 to 30 minutes, which is pretty cool. I like that. First coat, like I said, it's just got a few little things that I'm hoping kind of get fixed in the second coat. I don't know if you can see it. Yep, there it is. But overall, it's coming along pretty well. You can see the white from the toilet to the white of the tub, and I'm going to put on a second coat, and hopefully this kind of fixes the last few blemishes, but I like what I see so far. Alright, I just finished the second coat, and I just wanted to show you some of the stuff here. Again, here's the visual of the toilet, which was very white compared to the tub, so you can see that I got a good covering of white. In the corner I had that one little mark. You can't really see that anymore. The things that I'm noticing is there's a couple little marks right there along the edge of the tub, and also this one I showed you before that just kind of don't sink in with the spray paint epoxy. I think that I would have to spend some extra time, and actually this one came out pretty good. It was that center of the tub, there was a little bit of marking there. You can't really see it anymore. Another thing that's kind of annoying me is my walls are kind of that laster, or what they call it, plaster and lath. So these type of walls, like even the slightest bit of vibration will kind of release dust. So some dust got into the paint. So I think I'm going to see that. But all in all, for 45 bucks and probably about a total of, I don't know, maybe 4 hours of work on my end, not too bad. I'm sure it's going to dry, probably look pretty similar to this, so I'm pretty happy with that. I may or may not put a third coat on, I don't know, but hopefully this helped you, and good luck with your painting of your tub. Alright, take care. I just wanted to say a special thank you to my parents and my brother. My brother and his sons, they demoed that room for me while I was doing other work in the house, and my parents, my mom actually already pre-cleaned the tub, so a lot of that work was done. My dad always just shows me how to do all this stuff, and he's an expert with all of this stuff, so thanks.